M0FXB RADTEL are due to release the RT920 very soon, shack-in-the-box type radio. And what I mean by that is it pretty much does everything: VHF, UHF, airband, marine band, PMR, plus it's got that extra antenna in the middle, and I've taken the cap off there, and you can see their photograph. Now at the moment I've only got the BAJETON in stock. They have, RADTEL are posting me the 920. Thanks loads for their software as well. I'll put the link in and scroll to the very bottom, and there it is. It says it here. RT920 version 1.04 software, which I run. You just click here, click and it downloads just like so in the normal way. Puts it up in your sort of download section, and then click it and just run the zip. Okay. Once you run the zip, you get this software just here. Now I'm finding that it's working very well, and one of the things I liked about it straight away is that we can change the names when we are in the HF radio mode. So let me show you. So if we bring back the radio just here, let's go down like so, make this a bit bigger. When you press and hold the 0, now remember this isn't the actual RADTEL model, you go into radio mode. And you should just about see that as you change, and you can change by pressing the menu. You can go menu, and you get 5 menus in this section here. Maybe we go up, and you got the AM, FM, LSB, USB. Memory channels there, frequency step, and the other way of accessing that is just to press the star. And you move the red along, and you can change the parameters with the arrow, right and left. But it says unknown here. So why do I like this? Because you can actually go into memory mode. When you're in this mode, you can press the memory button. Okay? But you need to have memories. If you look up here at the top, like so, let's find the right one, edit, and go down. Instead of the ones you're seeing in the background, which is your normal programming, which where you just enter, receive, transmit, CT, CSS. This is all transmit stuff. The bottom one where it says edit here, FM, AM, SSB modulation, click that and you go into this menu. So there's 3 windows. The first window is 64 to 108, so that's your broadcast. We'll put in 94.300 for BBC, and we'll give it a name. BBC. It's actually radio 4. Now it's not letting me put a name in there at the moment. Let's try this one here. This one, someone was asking me about these frequencies. This is actually isn't it medium wave and long wave? And you're going up to, it says 26100 kilohertz, not megahertz, is it? Yeah. Okay, let's go to the HF one anyway, just over here. On the far right, 7610. It's actually not letting me make any changes on that at the moment. But it's definitely there. SSB, there's your steps, AGC, AM, step, VFO, modulation mode. Let's put it into lower sideband. And yeah, that's a shame. It's not actually letting me type a name at the moment, but don't worry, it's only just come out. I'm sure they'll tweak it. Will it let me add frequencies? Let's try here, 7.155. Let's try that one. Ah, that's better. So it's got the sort of, I don't know, default one, 3 kilohertz span. I'm not going to change, that's fine tune. And now let's give it a name. I'm just going to call it 40 meters. Let's go to the next one. 14.200. We're going to call that 20 meters. So I'm not seeing a selection there. It does say SSB range. I see the selection here for modulation. See that? You can tell it to boot up in channel mode. I'll leave it in channel mode there. Gain. So let's try again with the radio one. 9.4 4.30 BBC. Yeah, that's going in now. It's better. I don't do much of the whole long wave, long wave, medium wave thing. I'm just going to put in medium wave, MW for now. So you can see these are the receive only. It will never ever transmit ever on upper sideband, lower sideband. Get that in your heads, please. So this is receive only in this section. Now it does transmit on CB. I'll show you that in a minute. So we got that there. We will send that into the radio in a sec. These are memory channels that I've already put in. So the top one, let's change that to I'll change that to HubNet. So we'll go 434.550. This is transmit. 434.55. You've got to imagine it like it's two radios in one, yeah? And that is that, you know, the middle radio is a receiver, like a old-fashioned radio that you walk around with holding. But the far left antenna is connected to a radio, a transceiver. And that's why when people keep asking it over and over again, will it transmit? Will it transmit? No, it's a receiver in the middle. And everyone knows it anyway, because Quashan have brought one out. You've got the TK11. RADTEL have brought a different one out, the 880. They've all said 100 million times the middle antenna is for receive only. Stop asking, please. Right, TX here, TX audio. 77. That's for my HubNet, and then we'll give it a name. We'll go caps HubNet, and also, you know, 25, 30 pound. What do you expect? APR. People, I see people comparing these to Kenwood D75s and ICOM ID52s. It's like, get real. And then being disappointed that they can't do what those radios can do, which costs £800. We'll go 145.7. That's Bravo Charlie. And then they're like, oh, what a load of junk. It doesn't do blah, blah, blah like the Kenwood or the ICOM 52, which costs £800. Like, get real. Right, tone. So if you look here. So 145,750 on the receive, 145,150 on the transmit. There's your tone, and then you want a name. That's GB3, 3 Bravo Charlie. And we have to massively thank RADTEL because they are so committed. Because they'll keep redoing the firmware and the software until this works. Just move this out of the way a bit so you can see where I've been putting the memory name. Sorry about that. Let's do another one here. So we'll go 77 to 430.925. That's GB3FI. 438. I think it's 545. I'll have to double check it. But anyway, and it's, I always do transmits. A lot of people do receive. They set them both. I don't. I just do transmit. So I like to hear all the noise. GB3FI. And what's this? A few code things. Receive modulation. Let's have a look at what it's showing. Yeah, it will show AM. It just won't transmit on AM. But yeah, we'll do a CB one next. And it will transmit on CB. I think the power is very low. I don't know how clean the signal is, but I think it will do it. Select your power here, look. So CB would be 27.1625. And then, yeah, that's gone in. Of course, you know, I know people say it a lot. Don't transmit if it's not legal. But I think we're not the police here. You know, you've got a license. You know what you're allowed to do. And common sense is telling you not to break the law. I'm a hobby guy, not a policeman. So anyway, 27.1625. I won't break the law. Yeah, so CB, and it will transmit on FM. Right, you don't need tone on that. So it's gone in. Yeah, so now we're just gonna write it to the radio. But I'm just gonna quickly show you that you can save. So I'll go download, save it. Actually do it to my documents, and we'll call it 920. And it's a data file, save. And then we'll go. When you open, it's just allowing me to open, you know, the same file. I'm not seeing, you got edit here. We were on channel editor, you're seeing frequency modes. What's this? A and B. I would say it's just your VFO mode, so what it boots up to when you first turn it on. So let's just go 434. That's HubNet there. And then I'll leave that on airband there, which is AM. So we'll change that to AM. But I'll tell you now, it works really good on airband. Really good. Okay. So don't worry about that. So that's your VFO mode. Set. Edit. Optional is your settings, things like your backlight and all that kind of stuff. Squelch level, battery, language, brightness, and how long. Yes, of course it does DTMF. We'll do a test on that. Displaying the frequency or the name, you choose that. I always choose one of each. On the A, it's frequency. On the B, I've got name. SOS mode, you know, all very familiar stuff that we see all the time. Work mode A, there it is there. So I'm going to go VFO on A and channel mode on B. Oh yeah, and your shortcut buttons, yeah, of course you can program all this. You can do using the radio, but we've got the radio, which is the H. Remember, when you select radio or press and hold the 0, you don't just get the radio for BBC, you get it for HF as well. Spectrum here, and then another one here for short, for just searching and scanning. So let's just send that to the radio. Let's go. So make sure you can see the top bit there. There you are, little RADTEL RT920. I'll put their link in the description. Write data to radio, click OK. And it read it instantly. Now remember, this is a BAJETON. So I'm being cheeky. And I've actually got the other model here. I'm going to chuck it in there as well and see if it actually goes in. That's booted up. I can see the memory names straight away. Or press and hold the 0. Just so you can see. And then I'm going to quickly, while I'm here, as you can see if that goes in. It's just initializing. Yeah, it has gone in and I can see the name there. And I'm going to quickly click OK. So very pleased about that. Going to go right to this model. Let's see if it does it. See, it might want me to read it first. Oh, it is going in. That's good. So I prefer the other one because you've got a dedicated VFO memory button. I've created a Facebook page called RADTEL 920. And yeah, that's gone in. And it's got my memory channels. You have to hold down the, press the exit button. Press the exit if you've got one of these models. And then it takes you to the B band and then you can scroll. Oh, it's really good actually. It looks really good. And will it do the press and hold the 0? No, on this one it doesn't want to do that. I have to go into the menu. But if you want to go VFO memory mode, and the airband on this one is really good, press and hold the OK button, because you haven't got a dedicated button, so you have to press and hold it. And it takes you to frequency mode and memory mode. So I'm actually very pleased that that works. And then I have set a button for the radio. Which one is it? Yes, the radio's now going into radio mode. There is a delay, and when you go into radio mode, remember that if you're seeing broadcast radio, you need to just quickly select upper sideband or lower sideband. But you'll see there that that actually says 40 meters. Okay, sorry about my camera, I'm going crazy. So we've basically programmed memory channels. And I'm going to scroll it down, up and down. to the memory channels. And so now we're seeing channels. Now remember, these aren't presets. Because it says 40 meters. It's just remembering a name that you've put in. So if you look here, it's very similar to the RADTEL 880. Look, if we go, you're seeing that it's changing and it's putting in the names I've put in. If we go menu up to select it again, menu, go to FM, it's going to find that BBC one that I put in. And it should have the name BBC because we put it in. Exit out. There it is there, BBC. And then what I'll do, I'll just quickly connect my HF radio. I know this is working well. I've tested this and the 880 and the UV98. They're all working well. The one that needs work, unfortunately, is the TK11. Although I feel like it could do it, but it's even with the other antenna selected. Let me just find it a minute. Right. So we'll go menu. And we're going to go down. Now, the other day, I don't think this software would help. I'm going to choose LSB, but I'm finding that on the BAJETON, they've got that backwards. And I'm hoping they haven't on the RADTEL, which will be here any day. But it's completely usable. It's more of a label. That this screen... Oh, it's still on memories there, so we'll go to VFO a minute. So that's in LSB. Now, if I change it, I know it shouldn't be, but menu. And then come out. Ooh. Like so. Bit of a delay. And then we'll check airband. Right. On lower sideband, straight away, I could hear the voices when they were talking. Just give that another minute. Someone there, and I can hear them. The thing I found the fine tune. I found the fine tune wasn't really adjusting. So I feel like that needs work. Yeah. It's on the BAJETON, not the RADTEL. I find that these settings. Let's try the step. You keep pressing the red arrows there, just here. So I think play with that. Let's do the airband. Swap the antenna over and we'll see the airband. There's airband working great there. It says Cardiff. So we get Cardiff and we get Bristol Airport, both very close. That is really clear. Crystal clear. So a lot of people have said to me, is it like the RADTEL 880 and the UV98?
And
yes, but it's a smaller radio. Chunky, nice battery backlit button, broadcast radio. Shack in the box. Cheers, bye for now. Please hit the like and subscribe. Catch you on air, 7-3.